Peter after losing everything. Luke 5:1-11. The story of Peter in Luke 5:1-11 is a beautiful reminder that God can bring purpose and hope even after we have lost everything. Peter was a fisherman, a man who made his living from the sea. One night, he and his partners worked tirelessly, casting their nets again and again, but caught nothing. For a fisherman, this was not just discouraging, it meant failure, loss, and emptiness. Peter had lost his strength, his confidence, and his sense of success. He was tired, frustrated, and ready to give up. Then, in that moment of defeat, Jesus appeared. He stepped into Peter's boat and asked him to push out a little from the shore to teach the crowd. Peter obeyed, even though he probably didn't feel like it. After teaching, Jesus turned to Peter and said, "Put out into deep water and let down the nets for a catch." Peter hesitated, saying, "Master, we have toiled all night and caught nothing." Yet, even in his disappointment, he added, "But because you say so, I will let down the nets." That small act of faith changed everything. When Peter obeyed, the nets suddenly filled with so many fish that they began to break. The boats overflowed, and Peter was astonished. He realized he was in the presence of the Lord himself. Overwhelmed with awe, Peter fell to his knees and said, "Go away from me, Lord. I am a sinful man." He recognized his own weakness and unworthiness before the power and holiness of Jesus. But Jesus did not reject him. Instead, he said, "Do not be afraid. From now on you will fish for people." Those words gave Peter a new identity and purpose. He left behind his boat, his nets, and even his great catch to follow Jesus. What began as a night of loss ended as a day of divine calling. Peter's story teaches us that even when we lose everything, Jesus can step into our emptiness and turn it into abundance. Our failures do not define us, our faith does. When we trust and obey Him, even when it seems hopeless, God can fill our empty nets with blessings beyond imagination. Like Peter, we are called to let go of the past and follow the Lord who turns loss into purpose and despair into destiny.